lovely lot. There he is.
Right.
It's Goldfinger himself. If you haven't seen it, go back about 3 of my videos and you'll see a lovely gold ring that he found. That said, he finds gold all the time. It's Marky Mark. Morning. Hello, you lovely lot. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a beautiful, misty, autumnal morning. Quite chilly, but fine. We're going to get blue sky, cloud. We're on Mark's permission. Thanks as always, mate. Absolute superstar. We've got about 4.5, 5 hours. We've had our bacon rolls, we've had a drink, and we're going to see what this beautiful ploughed field is going to give us. So without further ado, we'll see you soon. Well, as always, a massive thank you to Mark for inviting me down to his permission. Yeah, we're making the most of a beautiful Saturday morning. We've got about 5 hours. We got down here actually before it was even light. And we've made our way out onto the fields now. We've got some lovely ploughed and rolled soil, nice easy digging, easy living. We started with a little bit of lead, and then we got an 82, which I think is also another bit of lead, if you can see in the clod there, look. A little disc of some description. So I thought we'd have a look. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Bit of lead. Not sure what, I mean, it's some sort of weight, I would presume. Could be a spindle wool possibly, but definitely old and definitely lead, and definitely a nice little find. So I think this is about my 2nd or 3rd hole now. So awesome, we're off and running and looking forward to a good few hours. Stick with us and you'll see what we find. See you in a bit. What a beautiful sight. And Mark. Well, he's off and running. Look at that.
Yeah, a little bit of a
oh, that's a shame. He's got the Crowder bell. What was that? You got in your Simplex, aren't you? What was that on your Simplex? You remember?
66, bang on.
66 on the Simplex Ultra. It's a ring-a-ding-ding, although I think its ringing days might be done, but that is a lovely start to the day for Marky Mark. Crotal bell. Excellent. Well done, mate. Well, we're having a belting start. Mark's had his Crotal bell. Sadly, we don't think it's going to be a ringer. I've had that little lead spindle wool type thing. A couple of other holes so far, nothing to shout about. But then we had a 64 on the Deus 2. I'm on the Deus 2, by the way, with the big coil, the elliptical 13 by 11 inch coil. Yeah, we had a 64, really nice crisp 64. And we're going to play the button or coin game. My guess is a button, and my guess is correct. Oh well, always worth a dig, you never know. Yeah, one of those little pewtery type buttons. We'll take it and we'll move on. Well, the next one, we might have our first coin. It was jumpy 70s and 80s. I haven't touched it yet. That's exactly how it's come out of that hole in the ground. Looks very green. 70s and 80s, it's stabilised to 81 when I finally got it out. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a coin. Whose? I have no idea. But we're our first coin of the day. A little halfpenny by the looks of it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, bent over, obviously. Not sure whether we'll get any details. Just give it a quick wipe on the towel. But it's a coin, and we'll take it, that's for sure. Yeah, not sure. A little crusty Georgian, I reckon. But I'll give it a squirt. If there's anything there, I'll come back to you. Failing that, we're on the coins. See you in a bit. Well, next one, we've got an 83 surface find, and we're going to play the coin or button game again. I'll zoom in there, look. You can just about see a green edge poking up at me. So, let's find out what we've got. It is... Oh yeah, it's definitely a coin. It feels like it might be a bit thicker than normal, and Mark has found Roman on here, so I'm not going to do any more than that because it's covered in mud. Let's give it a gentle squirt and see if we can find anything, but there looks like there might be something on there. Oh, awesome. How exciting. Back to you in a sec. Not sure is the honest answer. It's big and thick, but is that thick because it's very crusty, or is it thick because it's a Roman? Yeah, it's got a bit of a Roman feel to it, I have to say, with the weight and everything. But not sure. We might find out back at the ranch, but until then, I'm calling out a little Roman, and that's what I'm going to say. Excellent. Right, brilliant. Second coin straight after the last one. Let's keep cracking. Well, the next one is really interesting. It was a very, very faint 66, 67. As you can see, it's quite deep. I'd say it's at least 6 or 7 inches down, possibly slightly more. Yeah, and I've pinpointed it to here, and that's as far as I've got. It kind of looks like a watch winder to me, from what I can see so far. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and have a look together. But that's got all the markings of one. What do you think? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that's lovely. Well, yeah, I think so. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say watch winder, definitely. It's lost its bit on the end there, I think. But it's got the loop, obviously, where it was attached to the chain, then to the watch. And yeah, the little nubbin on the top there, look, that's excellent. Oh, that's superb. That's got a bit of pattern on it as well. So let me give that one a squirt and I'll come back to you in a second. Excellent. Well, that is very special indeed, because that looks, to me, looks like a little angel or something like that on this side. And then when you turn it over, it kind of looks like a squirrel or a little animal of some description on the other side. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, that's wicked. That is a very, very pretty watch winder, and I am not going to complain at finding that. That's awesome. And I reckon that's going to clean up lovely with a coat of Artiseal a bit later. So, excellent. Right, that goes in the, oh, by the way, the new finds box. Look at that. Courtesy of the lovely Mike of the Metal Detecting channel and Rick, 2024 Detectable. What a lovely couple of fellas they are. Cheers, boys. Right. First live dig of the day is a 92. '92, '94. So I thought you got to turn the camera on for those, because you never know your luck. Oh, what a glorious morning. It's out. 93 on there now. Ah, yeah, curse of the live dig. Shrapnel. Never mind. Next one was a 63, which is small silver hammer territory for the Deus 2, but it's also lead territory. And that's exactly what we got. It's a little bag seal. Don't think there's much on it, but it's a bag seal, and we'll take it. Yeah, we've been here about an hour and a half now so far, so we've got another good three and a half hours to go. So yeah, plenty to be found. Let's hope. Always intrigue me. Kind of square nail type appearance, but exceptionally green, quite deep as well, coming up in the 60s as I recall. Yeah, I've had some where they taper down to like a sharp point, which turned out to be Bronze Age awls or Bronze Age chisels, those types of things. This has got all the markings of that kind of era because it's got that lovely dark green, but quite literally could be anything really. So yeah, thought I'd film it. It's interesting. It's definitely very old, but the jury's out. See you in a bit. Well, could be on our third coin. Nice 82, 3 or 4 inches down. Can you see it? Can you see it? Now you can see it. Yeah. Feels slightly better than the other ones we've found so far. Yeah, Not sure, it's going to be another farthing or something like that. I think there might be somebody on there. All right, cool, let's give it a squirt. Be back to you in a sec. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing Britannia there. Hopefully you can see her standing up with her arm out and her shield there. And I think I'm seeing somebody facing left, just about. So George II maybe? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, pretty old coin, I would say. 1700, something like that. Maybe 1800s, don't know. But it's a nice little coin and it's the best one we've found so far. And that's going in the box and we'll move on. See you in a bit. Well, it's my turn for a bit of Crotal Bell. Well, this one will not be going in the cabinet. Yeah, not much left of it. 72 on the DS2. Definitely, just you can see the unmistakable rim and the shape of a Crotal Bell, but unfortunately its ringing days are long since gone. But yeah, not nearly as nice as Mark's, but a little party fact nonetheless. Let's move on. And the next one in the 70s is a tiny little nugget of history. A little lead pistol shot, and that is Diddy. Proper small, one of the smallest I've found, I would say. Yeah, lovely, proper history. Moving on. Well, you join us at 11 AM on the Saturday morning. Yeah, we've had about 2 hours of not a lot, I gotta say. Buttons and disappointment, typically. Few bits of lead, few bits of rubbish. Yeah, but reasonably quiet for both of us. Mark, I think, has found 1 or 2 coins, but relatively blank. So yeah, it's been not the most eventful last couple of hours since a pretty lively start. Anyway, I've come onto an 86, 87, which is quite wispy. So I'm gonna, thought I'd turn the camera on. So we're into our last hour. We've got to be out of here by 12 o'clock. We've both got to be other places. So it's kind of now or never, really. Well, let's see. Right, I've either missed it or it's deep up, one or the other. Right, come on, be lucky, let's get a nice coin. I reckon I've missed that, don't you? Yeah, just missed it. What are we gonna find? Oh, a little heart skipper for a second. Bit of gold there, but I think that's a gold gilded button. Right, let's have a look. Come back to you in a sec. Well, fair to say it would have been a nice button once upon a time, but sadly, yeah, it's got a nice bit of pattern to it. Look, so lots of the gilding is remained, as is the shank. So it's not had the toughest of lives in the ground, but a button nonetheless. So as I say, last couple of hours, buttons and disappointment, but we persevere. 1 hour to go. See you in a bit. Well, straight after that gold gilded button, we got an 88. Didn't live dig it, but we got another coin. Again, reasonably blank, but it might clean up. Slightly bigger, halfpenny or penny size, probably halfpenny. But yeah, maybe that's a sign of a good last half an hour or so. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, there's Marky Mark, over there somewhere. And that's where I'm heading, then we're going home. About 20 minutes left now. Yeah, been a good day. Always great company with the lovely Mark. Good laugh, good fun, good bacon rolls, all that kind of jazz. We had some good holes as well. We dug plenty of them. We've had a fair few coins between the two of us and bits and bobs. This might be the last one, but there's still about 100 yards to go, so we're not going to give up hope. This was a solid 81, and it's part of a buckle, but obviously not much left. So, and not that old particularly, but yeah, so no, we've had a great day. It's been a beautiful, still tranquil autumn day here in the UK, in Essex, and we've had a bit of sunshine. It's not cold at all. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Probably do a little outro as we go off the field just to thank Mark, but failing that, we'll see you in a little while.
Happy Halloween, folks. Filmed last weekend, but coming out to you on the 31st of October. Hope you enjoy your All Hallows Eve, whatever you decide to do with it. Yeah, it was a great few hours, brilliant company, a lovely ploughed and rolled field, which is nice, easy digging, and yeah, good fun with the lovely Mark. So a massive thanks to Mark, as always, for inviting me down. Thoroughly enjoyed it. We dug plenty of holes, as you can see, the usual smattering of lead on the left and bits and bobs of copper, brass and bronze on the right-hand side. We found a little pistol shot. We found a bag seal, which has got the word Ipswich on it. I found a few of these now. Ipswich is in Suffolk, which is about 20 miles as the crow flies from where we were digging. So that makes sense, I guess. I'm pretty confident that is a spindle wall. Very happy with that. Nice and chunky and an old crude one, I think. But yeah, I think that's a spindle wall. We had two pieces of crotal bell. This bit here and also one of the little loops off the top, but not a whole one. Mark's obviously was much, much better than mine, despite the fact that his wasn't a ringer either. A little bit of bronze here, which again, jury's out, as I mentioned on the field. You know, that's got some proper age to it, but is it just a square nail or is it part of a Bronze Age tool? We may never know. I've got much better examples of that, which are definitely chisels and awls and things like that. But yeah, got some age to it. I'm going to say that's a bit of Bronze Age, if I'm really honest, but not sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 buttons, of which we had one, which was very whole and still quite a lot of the gold gilding on it, which may be coming through in this poor light. I'm not sure, but yeah, happy with that. And what else did we find? We found 4.5 bit coins. We found a tiny little quarter of a coin that had been bashed in the plough. Thought it might be a button, but actually you can just about make out the milled edge. So that was a coin once upon a time. A crusty George III, I think. Nice and weighty, but not much on it. A bent over Queen Victoria, I think this is. I don't know whether that was bent on purpose or not, but you can just about see RIA inside that. So I think that was a Victorian halfpenny, I think, probably. We found a George II farthing. That's lovely. You can just about see his bonce there facing left. Very, very happy with that. And Britannia's nice and clear on the back as well. So that's a 1700. So yeah, nice coin. This one I'm pretty confident is a Roman. You can probably just about see the remnants of a bust of somebody. I've given it a gentle clean, but it's very, very crusty. So I've decided to leave it like that. We're going to say Roman, and we're going to be happy with that, obviously. So what's that? 4 and a bit coins. For me, though, my favourite find of the day is this beautiful watch winder. As you can see, as I called it on the field, despite my terrible eyes, a little angel or a cherub facing left there with his or her wings, as you can see, flying through the sky. And on the other side, I'm pretty confident that's a squirrel picking at his nuts, if you like. So yeah, turning back the hands of time with a lovely watch winder and a lovely day on the field with a glorious Marky Mark. Hope you enjoyed it. We thoroughly did. Not sure when I'm out next. As I mentioned before, videos are pretty sporadic nowadays, what with work and everything else. But I'm glad you came along for the ride. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy Halloween. Don't forget the LP discount code. It's on the start of every video and at the end and in every description. 10% off most items. And as always, really appreciate your support. Take care.